KB with Nerdophiles. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you doing?
Doing well, thanks. So, this show really at its core is about kind of the nuances, desires, and multifaceted layers of women. And so it really touches on kind of the sacrifices that we make for our families, often at the expense of ourselves and our true desires. So, what is something about Billie's character that you identify most closely with? And why do you think it's so necessary for us to have a character like her on screen today?
Yeah, well, I connected very personally with this idea of a wife and mom who adores her children, but is also sort of up in the middle of the night in that nursing chair going, okay, this is who I am now. And where did this other girl go that I used to be for so long? And I really understand the sort of yearning for that sparkly fever dream version of your single girl nights on the town and the freedom of that. And I thought that was a really important story to tell.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I also really like that this show is very sex positive and
Hmm.
women centered. So, can you talk just a little bit about the professional challenges of creating and maintaining kind of a safe space on set for everyone involved, but while also making sure that you're staying authentic to the story and the perspective on screen in a healthy way?
Yeah, sure. Well, look, it all starts on the page, and we were very specific in the writing, because each of the intimate scenes is there to further the story and to reveal character. And, perhaps most importantly, it was really important to feel on a visceral level what it was that Billie was missing and why those sparkly nights on the town and this impossibly sexy man and that version of herself, why she was missing that so much. So we really, had to see that, but also we were excited to get to tell a story about a woman's desires and the kind of sex she's had and the kind of sex she wants and that she fantasizes about and that we fantasize about. And to not objectify her. The camera usually like hangs on the woman's body for our pleasure, and in our case it's about her experience of the intimacy, and the camera hangs on the boys' bodies a little bit more for her pleasure. So we had, all female directors, and we rehearsed all of those scenes, and we had an intimacy coordinator and a lot of female department heads in production. And so it was really important that we create a safe space where our actors felt free to kind of go there, and tell the story.
Well, they absolutely go there, and it is done exceptionally well, though. So I really, really
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. But I also would be remiss if I didn't mention what I feel like is one of the most important love stories in the show, and that's Billie and Sasha. So, can
Totally.
you talk a little bit about kind of the importance of seeing female friendship in this light? Because Sasha is not one to mince her words when it comes to Billie. They are very open and honest with each other. And I think a part of that has to do with them, kind of being in the psychology field, but also they're very transparent. So, can you talk a little bit about creating and crafting that friendship for the screen?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, look, female friendship is probably, one of the most important things to me in my own life personally. And it's really important to me to put it out there in a way that feels truthful on screen. And one thing that was really important to me was that Sasha and Billie were never gonna break up or get into trouble over some dude, and I'm fortunate enough that I have female friends where we don't break up over dudes. We don't let dudes be the problem in our lives. But what was also exciting to me was that you have these really smart Ivy League educated women who also really like sex. And you don't see that often. I mean, Sasha is a PhD in psychology, professor at Columbia, New York Times best-selling author who also really likes sex, and that was exciting to get to, put characters like this out into the world.
Yes, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. And I am excited for everyone to be able to see it when it comes out so that they can see different type of women on screen. So thank you for chatting with Nerdophiles.
Awesome. Thank you